It was headlined by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was on the show, so that's always great. He's not at every SmackDown nowadays, so when he is there, it's must see. It's must see television, and yeah, Roman Reigns carried the show, pal. That'd be my biggest takeaway.
100%, 100%. When Roman's there, SmackDown is like you want to watch the full 2 hours. You don't know when they're going to showcase him. And to me, my big takeaway from this show, if like the point I'd want to make, at risk of oversaturation, but then again, he's part-time. So, Kevin, my honest take is that they need to feature Reigns more on SmackDown. Kevin, this show, we saw the very, like, the beginning of the show, the Bloodline got out of the car, which that was like a 20-second segment. We got a glimpse of Roman. He didn't even say anything. We saw Reigns backstage, like, 50 minutes in, addressing the Usos, and that was, like, excellent. And then we saw Roman literally in the main event segment. We had like 3 glimpses of Roman basically. And I was watching it thinking, look, I'd rather see whatever the Bloodline have to do, even if it's just some funny, stupid segment backstage where Paul Heyman's getting catering for the Usos. I don't care. Anything involving that is better than watching, you know, this women's qualifying elimination chamber match, which goes for like 10 minutes. It's more, just show the Bloodline was my like big takeaway from this show.
Yeah, and that's like, it's kind of the superstar treatment. You see Roman Reigns in 1, 2, or 3 segments, or multiple segments. I think that's the way you should treat a superstar like him. So it makes sense. Really, the segment that followed this match with Roman Reigns and demanding answers on where Jey Uso is, just demanding Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa to tell Roman where the other member of the Bloodline is. It's great. And we're seeing more of this like maniacal heel Roman Reigns, where he's doing whatever it takes to protect himself, and he's stepping on everybody's feelings involved, and it's fantastic. It's just lovely heel work.
Yeah, it's better character work than we saw from Cena in the last 15, 18 years. It's phenomenal. It's brilliant, Kevin. And like I look at that and that segment alone, this 2-minute backstage segment, all the focus is on Reigns. You've got him cutting a really good, thought out promo. He asks Sikoa, like, where is he? Like, when did you last talk to Jey Uso? Sikoa doesn't answer. So that's good. I like that. I like Jimmy Uso like pleading that I don't know. Like I haven't talked to him. Like I don't know Roman. Roman is just like, he's so maniacal, as you say. He's angry. Like Reigns addresses Paul Heyman. Heyman like almost like chokes up and he's like about to cry. It's just brilliant stuff. It's just brilliant. It's just great. Like you watch this and go like, this is. Thank God Roman's on this show. Like the weeks Roman isn't on SmackDown. Like SmackDown's a bit I think, but stuff like this is just great. And also, Kevin,
the main event of the evening, pal. Roman Reigns out there. Give it to us, pal. What happened in this one?
Yeah, this was excellent. This is excellent. So, like, Reigns comes out, big pop and circumstance. He does his entrance. Once again, Michael Cole's commentary for Reigns' entrances is probably the best work Cole's done in over a decade, in my opinion. So, Reigns comes out, usual Reigns entrance. He's cutting a promo, saying that he wants to talk about deserving and, like, someone who's earned a shot at him, like Cody Rhodes. He wants to move on to Cody Rhodes, but instead now he has to worry about this rubbish with Sami Zayn and like his family and all this stuff, and he's sounding genuinely annoyed. His like tone is one of aggression and like an anger basically. So Reigns has come this promo, and then all of a sudden a dude in a hood, Kevin, attacks Reigns from behind. Pulls the hood off. It's Sami Zayn. The crowd's going nuts. The crowd's erupting for it. So yeah, Sami's beating up Reigns. He gets a few shots in on him with the chair and whatnot. The crowd's going crazy. Obviously, Jimmy Uso and Sikoa eventually get involved. Reigns escapes, and then they beat up Sami Zayn. Reigns comes back in. He lays some shots into Sami Zayn. Stops Sikoa from like ending Zayn's career with like the chair spot in the corner. And then Kevin, Reigns gives us some of the best content of this year so far, when he's in the corner with Sami Zayn. Kevin, apparently this promo was ad-libbed or improv to some extent, where he's cutting the promo like on Sami Zayn. The camera's like right in his face, like they're in the corner, And then Reigns is just like grabbing Sami Zayn, being like, "You want to ruin my family? I'm gonna end you in front of your family and loved ones in Montreal, Sami." And like he was just like screaming at him for like a minute. Like, Kevin, this was excellent. This was absolutely phenomenal television. This is some of the best stuff WWE's done in God knows how many years. It was just brilliant. Sami Zayn, how he's portrayed as the babyface is great. Like Reigns is the heel, the big star, superstar of the company. Kevin, this was fantastic. So thoughts?
Who would have thought Sami Zayn would be as over as 1998 Steve Austin? Like who would have thought that? Sami Zayn gets a hero's welcome when he beats up the tribal chief. Yeah, that line where Reigns is like, "You broke up my family. Now I want to break you in front of yours." Doesn't get any better than that, you know. And then the line too where he's like, "Oh, they want Jay, but I don't have Jay because you broke up the bloodline." Reigns is, he's a master at manipulating the crowd. This is top-notch stuff. It's like, for main event content in WWE, it doesn't get much better than this, honestly. And it hasn't been this good. Main event content in WWE has not been this good consistently. During Cena's run, it wasn't this good. During Brock's run, Brock was never around. Like during 16, 17, 18, he was just never there.
Yeah.
When he was the main guy. Reigns is giving us good stuff every time he's out there on TV.
Oh.
You could say like sometimes it's stale, it's the same old bloodline stuff. But this was different. It was good. It's like a whole new layer into the Roman Reigns and Jey Uso storyline that we saw a few years ago. It's just, what's old is new again, pal.
Well, it was like, I remember at the time with that Reigns and Jey stuff, it felt like unprecedented because there was actually like a storyline. There was like logic to it. It was interesting. Every week you were like, what's Reigns going to say? What's Jey going to do? That was like the first time in a long time I watched the WWE main roster and thought, like, this is like a genuinely really good story. And like now for the Bloodline, ever since really, SummerSlam-ish time last year when they started to get Sami involved and the storyline's really been fleshed out so well. And everyone's role in this stable, everyone's interesting. You got the main event guy in it, so you care a lot more. Like, I think it's just excellent. And Kevin, I want to read you just this one little part of the Bleacher Report write-up. I just want your thoughts on this. They go, "This is wrestling perfection, and one day we'll look back on it as one of the truly great WWE programs of all time, right up there with the Mega Powers, the Hart Brothers rivalry, and Steve Austin rebelling against Vince McMahon," which, obviously right now we're in the moment. All we can say at the moment is that it's great, really compelling week-to-week TV. It's hard to rank this, all time right now, but I mean, what we're getting week to week is just damn good. I'm really appreciative that we're actually getting something like this, Kevin, because for years, WWE did not have anything nearly this compelling. For years, the main event scene was, as you mentioned, dry. Like, either the top guy would just beat everyone in predictable storylines, or Reigns would just be the babyface getting booed and then beating up some heel. Like, it was bad for a long time, and now this is genuinely good stuff. So, yeah, hats off WWE, hats off Roman, hats off everyone involved. This stuff is great. It's compelling. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the Chamber, Kevin. I'm genuinely looking forward to that match. I know I don't expect Sami to win, but the show we're going to get in Montreal is going to be phenomenal.